There is a hard truth out there for Amazon sellers, and that is that Amazon is getting harder and harder to sell on. They've been gating a lot of brands, a lot of good brands that previously were open to a lot of sellers. But do not lose hope. In this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know on how to continue selling on Amazon successfully and how to work around these new restrictions being imposed by Amazon. What's been happening is that Amazon has been restricting, otherwise known as hard gating. This is when Amazon disables the capability that you have as a seller to actually ungate. You can no longer ungate a brand, which is bunkers. This is an example of a brand, Nature Made in this case, that I've been recently restricted on, meaning hard gated. I can no longer sell it. I can no longer ungate it. And the way you find this out is when you try to add it on your product catalog on Seller Central, you will get this showing. Basically, you can no longer request it. And this has been happening to a lot of profitable brands that I myself and a lot of other sellers out there had been selling well. Number two is that Amazon has been regating brands that we have been previously ungated on. So imagine you go through the whole ordeal of buying inventory, taking pictures and everything else, and you go and successfully get happy because you ungated a brand that you wanted to sell on. For Amazon 2 months later, regate you on that and restrict you from the ability of getting ungated. Very crazy what's happening. I have also been regated on Marvel, Disney, Pokemon, and a few other brands that I used to sell on. I even try to appeal to Amazon on brands that I was previously approved to sell. So I opened a request with contact service on Amazon. And here are some screenshots of my conversations with them. And as you can see, we went back and forth, me explaining that they had previously approved me. Why are they blocking me from even ungating anymore? And they kindly responded that they are doing this to protect certain brands. I'm assuming, because I'm still allowed to sell on Lego and other brands, that they're only restricting very new sellers, and they're also restricting sellers that don't have a huge history of selling on those brands, meaning they don't have a lot of sales going on for certain brands. As you can see, once you are hard gated and Amazon blocks the ability of you to ungate, there is absolutely nothing that you can do. You just have to move on. In this video, however, I am going to show you exactly how to move on and how to circumvent so that you can continue selling on Amazon successfully. Very quickly, go to this website. This is where you're going to find more information about the profitable products that I send you daily. Every single day, I find my own products. I send them to your email every single day. These are high net profit, high ROI, high sales, and they are sourced by me and me alone. Now go to this website right here, where if you're ever looking for a list of thousands of suppliers that I have been using for over a decade of selling on Amazon. These are legitimate, where you can find consistently profitable products provided by me, nobody else. Go to this website right now. And now let's go back to the video. So what is the solution for the current restrictions on Amazon? Very simply is to focus on what you can control. And what you can control are the brands that you are already selling on and they are not restricted by Amazon. And number two, brands that you are still able to ungate. Many times, simple solutions provide the best answers. Actually, most sellers out there think that they need to ungate everything. They need to sell on every brand. They have FOMO, fear of missing out. If they don't sell on thousands of brands, they fear that they might be missing one little deal, one little clearance out there. That is not true. If you have deep focus on single brands that have massive reach and massive amount of listings out there, you can scale your Amazon business indefinitely. And let me give you some examples. If you were to sell on Lego alone and nothing else, if you were just to focus on Lego products, and that would be your entire Amazon business reselling model, you could easily scale to 7 figures in revenue. Easily. And the same is the case with other beauty brands and other products out there that have massive reach and massive demand from buyers. So here's a question. How do you identify those brands to focus on? Well, number one, make sure that you are already ungated or you have the capability of still submitting an ungating request. Number two, type the brand's name on the Amazon search bar and make sure that the brand has plenty of listings, hundreds of listings. That will ensure you that you will have hundreds of products to sell on. Number three, make sure that Amazon itself is not a seller on those listings because you never want to compete with Amazon. And number four, make sure that you can find those products on supplier websites at a low enough cost for it to be profitable when you resell those products on Amazon. If you're seeing a trend that you find a listing on Amazon where that brand has hundreds of listings, then you go to supplier websites and you find a clearance or a low enough cost, and you see that happening multiple times over and over, then you know you have a brand that is a winner and that you should focus on that brand, either by submitting an ungating request or by tripling down on your sourcing. Stop focusing on hundreds of different little player brands out there and focus on those big brands and sourcing and finding a lot of products to resell on. I'm telling you, this is a winning strategy. All right, so now that you've successfully found one brand, rinse and repeat. Go and find more brands using the same strategy. That way, you're slowly scaling and you're scaling deep with depth as opposed to finding hundreds of different brands where you can only sell one or two products. Now you're finding, let's say, a handful of brands, 5 to 10 great, ginormous brands where you can sell hundreds of products on each of these brands. And Amazon will likely never regate you again because you are now showing Amazon a huge history of sales on that brand alone. You have proven yourself to be a very strong, solid seller on that brand. Number two, keep your eye out for new products that are coming out from that brand. Big brands like Lego or beauty brands are constantly revamping and coming up with new versions of their products. New eye shades, new toys, new Amazon listings will start popping up that have little to no sales data. Like, keep your eye out. As long as you start seeing those new Amazon listings that have decent amount of sales per month, you know you have to jump in on those. And it's a brand new opportunity to continue expanding the array of products that you're selling on those proven brands that you found. So not only are you replenishing the existing products that you have, you're also finding new products to continue expanding on. If a product is out of stock with the supplier, then make sure to get on their email list. Make sure to bookmark that website. That way you get immediately notified on when that product becomes in stock again. This way you're slowly building yourself a system where by focusing on just a few dozen brands, you have much more focus than by focusing on hundreds of brands. And that gives you way more control over your business, the operation of your business, the replenishment area of your business, and that will make you scale way more. If you need inspiration on which brands to focus on or which online suppliers to source from, here is the link to my online supplier list. These are online suppliers that are legitimate. They have been proven to work, where you can find profitable products on. And I myself have been sourcing from these exact suppliers for the last 10 years that I've been a seller on Amazon. Make sure to check that out. This is the unicorn list of suppliers. This supplier list goes way beyond the usual suspects: Target, Walmart, Walgreens, Kohl's, Vitaco's. I am offering you thousands of suppliers that I personally vetted and vouch for, because I have done a thorough legitimacy check to make sure that those suppliers have a huge history of being around for a long time, that they fulfill orders, that their domain is registered for a long time, that they have an actual physical address, that I have had success sourcing and receiving the inventory from. All the doubts that you ever had about, should I buy from this supplier or not, I have already solved them. I have already walked that path for you, so you don't have to do that work yourself. This is me as an experienced 7-figure seller on Amazon, giving you the keys of the kingdom. Here is my most treasured possession, which is my online supplier list. A lot of sellers don't know that you can find extremely profitable products on a consistent basis from online suppliers that have a website that looks like it hasn't been updated for 20 years. And they almost don't come up on web searches. These are almost hidden websites that have been around for a very long time. They're extremely legitimate. They just don't do a good job at marketing themselves, and they are great to source from. And I have literally thousands of those. Finally, if you need help ungating brands, make sure to check out my 40-something minute long YouTube video that I posted months ago. I actually have it pinned in my YouTube channel. That thing I see as the Bible for ungating. I put my heart and soul on that video. I tell you every single thing that you need to know on how to get ungated on that video. So make sure to check it out. It's a completely free resource. It's on my YouTube channel homepage, and all the answers that you need on how to get ungated, how I myself get ungated, are on that video. Make sure that you like this video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel to get notified on future videos that I put out there. And I hope this video has been extremely helpful. Again, do not lose hope. As I told you, it's better to focus on a handful of brands and go deep, deep, deep and sell hundreds of items on those profitable, highly profitable brands than to lose focus and get disappointed on, oh, I can't get ungated on thousands of brands. That's not the way to go. Think in the long term on how to scale your Amazon business, and this is how you will win over any future Amazon restrictions this way. So see you on the next video, and as usual, Keep up the great work that you are doing out there selling on Amazon. Keep those fists up and fighting the good fight. See you on the next video.